Hi everyone, in this video I'll be reading Since When Has There Been an Angilest in Our Class Part 1, edited. So here we go. If you want to pause and read all the characters, you can. Or you can just wait till they pop up in the script. If you want to pause and read that, you can. If you want to pause and read that, you can. How long does it take to read the good copy? I'm about to find out. And I will fill that in part 2. At the end of part 2. Another picture slide is APS. So when I first started making videos on YouTube on this channel, I had drawn pictures of each of the characters and then put like text over top of their photo. And so I was calling that like a picture slide. And I've lost that editing app because it was like preloaded on my device, and then I did a system update and it deleted and replaced it with a more complicated app. And so this is how I'm doing my videos now. Well, I've been doing them like this for a few years now. But anyway. But that's why. I just decided to keep it that way. But anyway. Another story. This story has 2 parts. Oh, yeah, I'm fixing it. Alright. If you want to read this, go ahead. If you want to read that, go ahead. I will also fill out after Grammarly edit at the end of part 2, I believe. Anyway, on with the video now. So I've titled this, Since When Has There Been an Angilest in Our Class? This is the edited version, so there's a first draft version already on my channel. But anyway. So, we start off Okay. Pablo and Angie are in Angie's class, but school is over. Pablo and Angie are in Angie's class. School is currently over, but one of the students had forgotten something in their class. The student has come back to grab it when they accidentally overhear the following conversation from inside the classroom. This is like take 5 because I kept not liking the previous takes, so anyway. Pablo asks, "When are you going to tell Violetta that you're Angilest?" The spy, confused in their head, "Angilest?" Angie explains, "Look, I've tried multiple times to tell her I'm her aunt, but anytime I try, either I get interrupted or chicken out." Sorry, I got nervous. I was being overheard. Alright. Sorry. Tried multiple times to tell her I'm her aunt, but anytime I try, says Angie, either I get interrupted or chicken out. I wish I could tell her I do, but for some reason I can't, says Angie. The spy, shocked and unintentionally loud, says, "She's Violetta's aunt?" Pablo defendingly says, "That was supposed to be defendingly, and I don't know if defendingly is a word, so it ought to correct to definitely." Okay. Defendingly, Pablo says, "Whoever said that, get in here right now." The spy runs off, and Pablo then follows the spy. "Hey, get back here, mister," says Pablo. Thankfully, Pablo is unable to catch up with the spy. 5 minutes later, Pablo has caught up with Angie in her classroom. Angie wonders, "Well, were you able to catch up with the spy?" Pablo admits, "Unfortunately, no." Angie points out, "Well, I hope they don't out me." Pablo assures, "I don't think they will. And even if they do, on the plus side, the secret will be out." "Well, I guess that could be good. Then she'll finally know." The next day at Studio 21. I know that the studio goes through a name change, but I'm saying this takes place in season 1 when it was called Studio 21. So, hopefully that's less confusing there. I know it goes from Studio 21 to Studio 1B, but this is going to be taking place in Season 1 when the school was called Studio 21. So, anyway, that was a side note. Back to the story. In Angie's class, the spy raises his hand. Angie calls upon, "Yes, Maxie? Can I do the attendance today?" says Maxie. Angie allows, "Sure, but why?" Maxie lies, "Because I want to be a teacher one day." Angie allows, handing the attendance clipboard to Maxie. "Here you go." The two then switch spots. Maxie's now looking at his peers as he calls their names. Maxie alerts, "I'm going to change it up and call everyone by their full first names, starting with Andre." Andre responds with, "Here." Maxie checks his name. So after the students say "here," he automatically checks their name. I don't think I need to say that every single time. Okay? Alright. Okay. Maxie then calls upon Brocco. He answers, "Here." Then Maxie checks the name off the list. And so on and so forth. So then he calls upon Broadway. Broadway answers, "Here." Checks name. Camila. Camila answers, "Here." Maxie checks name off list. Calls Diego. Diego answers, "Here." And you get the point. Okay, next, Francesca. Fran answers, "Here." Oh. I thought I was saying Mari. I'm saying Maxie here. Alright. Maxie then calls Federico. Fede answers, "Here." Maxie calls Ludmilla. Ludmilla answers, "Here." Maxie calls upon and confused Leonard? Who's that? Realizes, wait a minute. Leon, is your full first name Leonard? I just think it would be funny if Leon was like short for another name this whole time. That would be such a unexpected twist type of thing. Anyway. So Maxie checks off name, then calls upon and confused Leonard. Who's that? Leonard? Who's that? Wait a minute. Realizes Maxie. Leon, is your full first name Leonard? I'm probably spelling that wrong, but it's close enough. Leon answers, "Yes, I've told the teachers to call me Leon since I don't like the name Leonard. I feel the name's kind of nerdy." Maxie's surprised. Wow, I did not see that coming. Everyone agrees with Maxie. Maxie then checks his name off the list. Calls upon Marco. "Here," says Marco. Maxie checks his name off the list. Maxie mumbles, "Next is me." Checks his own name off the list. Natalia? Natia responds with, "Here." Next is Napoleon. "Here," says Napo. Maxie checks name off list. Calls upon Tomas. Tomas answers, "Here." Maxie checks name off list. Calls upon Violetta. Violetta answers, "Here." Angie getting up. "Okay, you're done now." Maxie explains, "No, I'm not. There's still one more person for me to call upon." Violetta confused, "But you've already called upon everyone in this room." Maxie explains, "No, I haven't." "So, Angilest, are you here?" Violetta confused, "Angilest? Since when has there been an Angilest in our class?" Angie answers, "Since always, Vilu." Vilu realizes, wait, is Angie short for Angilest? Angie admits, "Yes, it is. But, Maxie, how'd you know that?" Thinks about it for a sec. "Wait, were you the spy?" Maxie admits, "Yes." And notifies, I'd forgotten my notebook in your class yesterday, and when I came back to grab it, I happened to overhear your conversation with Pablo. Now tell Vilu what you've wanted to tell her for months now. Angie explains, look, it can't get back to you. Can't get back to your dad, to Violetta. Violetta honestly says, I promise I won't tell him. Angie reminds, okay, the truth is, the Angilest you read about in your mother's diary, it's me. I'm your aunt on your mother's side, says Angie. Violetta points out worryingly, please tell me this isn't some weird, messed up prank you're pulling on me right now. Maxie brings up, why would either of us joke about that? Violetta clarifying, so it's true then. Angie confirms, yes, Vilu, I'm your aunt. Violetta happily says, yes, this is the best news I've ever heard. Yes, this is the best news I've ever heard. I had to correct that. Aside from Maxie and Pablo, does anyone else know you're my aunt? Angie answers, I told Rafa Palmer to ensure he didn't let my secret life slip to anyone, and obviously my mother knows. Part 1 was typed from July 3rd, 2025 at 9:11 p.m. to July 8th, 2025 at 6:08 p.m. And this is part 2 now. So, that is it for part 1. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.